They lose the first one, they come out with a sense of desperation in the second wave. What do you expect from the Celtics?
Of course, when you're in the conference finals, you're not facing a team that's mentally weak, and you're facing a team that has great habits, and there will be a response, and this is what competition's about. You know, we want to have a response as well. There are certainly some things that we do need to manage better. Then you don't have to look any further than in the first half, you know, how they were able to control the game.
Erik, it's not easy, obviously, to find 7-foot backup bigs who are as reliable as Dewayne. What sort of comfort has he given you, knowing what he's going to give you night in, night out?
Yeah, he really is important to our team. His physicality, his presence under the rim on both ends. He's a veteran, he's smart, he's tough. He has everybody's trust. You know, those minutes, they're not like 30 minutes a game, but those minutes are so impactful, you know, for us.
So when you have a guy like Gabriel, do you ever have to tell him to let it fly? You said he was a little more tentative early on, and then he realized he had to be more aggressive.
No. I want guys, you know, to be assertive. You know what we say all the time. It's not about predetermining anything. You know, that is fully part of his game, is to be aggressive, and he's you know, a unitable, you know, shot maker. I think what he's shown the most growth is reading the game and what's necessary for that possession, and actually the context of what just happened plays a part in that. And I think he's grown tremendously in that area.
When did you see it start happening for him?
You know, I don't know. I think even like in the bubble, you know, he was on the scout team and he was just really smart. You know, whatever we wanted to like try to prepare for, he understood it as if he was in our coaches' meetings, and then he was able to like really, you know, test our team in certain areas, and he could get his group organized, you know, to help us. And you know, that was 2 years ago, but you could see that he had, you know, potential for growth, you know, because of his brain.
Are there any more shots where coaches are cringe? Like he shot from the low, like almost from the low the other day. It was kind of like more.
Did he?
Yeah, it was like a hurried.
Oh, I think that was one at the end of the clock. I mean, he's got deep range. You know, he had really timely baskets. You know, where you know the defense was loaded up on other guys and needed him, you know, to shoot. It might be different tonight, but he's been able to get a feel for the game, what's needed. You know, really well, and he's got great examples of veteran guys like Jimmy and Kyle. Really understand that.
So how do you describe Marcus Smart as a player?
Yeah, I mean, he's Defensive Player of the Year. He's tough. He's a competitor. You know, he fits right into this series.
Erik, a couple of weeks ago on the pregame show, the topic was hunting matchups, and you seem to indicate that has been more of a focal point in recent seasons. Maybe it was just taking advantage of mismatches previously, but what was the evolution of hunting matchups, and why do we see so much of it now?
I think the league has always been that way. It's just happening in a different way right now. Like, you know, they instituted, you know, new NBA rules, you know, to try to get away from that back in the 90s, right? Those were always, it was all matchup based, and particularly in the playoffs. I think there's less of that now in terms of just isolating, you know, one player and letting him out the side of the floor like they used to do in the 90s for literally 20 seconds out of a 24-second shot clock. But you're trying to find advantages in the margins. And if you can create some kind of separation or advantage, you know, with a pick and roll with a certain matchup, I think every team will try to maximize that.
Coach, Celtics are 3-0 after losses this postseason run. Is that something you've looked into in those games? And if so, what's the difference you've seen in their approach after losing games?
I mean, for sure, you can expect an urgent response. Look, what we're trying to do and come out of this series, you know, it's not easy. Regardless of whether you're coming off of a win or coming off of a loss, you know, we have a bigger purpose with this, and we have great respect for Boston. They have resilience, they have toughness. They've proven it in these playoffs. You know, this is what competition's all about. We got to find a way to conquer it. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Bob.